Hey guys, it's Alyssa and I'm getting ready for a road trip with my toddler and of course my baby girl here and 3 teenage girls. So here's all the things that I'm doing to prepare. So first of all, I went to the store and I checked out all the dollar spots to see if there was anything small, little that he would be into. Generally in our day-to-day life, I really try to stick away from the mass-produced, just cheap garbage that you come and you throw it away and it gets out and it goes in. Like, I try really hard not to consume that. I try to spend quality money on quality toys. We definitely don't buy a toy every time we go in the store, yada, yada, yada. But when we're going on vacation, I'm not trying to lose my organic, sustainable blocks that I paid a lot of money for. So I do occasionally pick up those things and I reuse them. As you'll maybe see throughout this video, you'll recognize some stuff from my How to Fly with a Toddler video. They go in a box for like travel and we circle through that box anytime we're traveling or when we need more toys for the diaper bag, like going to the doctor's office, stuff like that. That is where we use those toys from like the dollar spot and stuff like that. Anyways, I checked out all these different things. I found some stuff that was really cool. Just like I mentioned in my last video, I love all the arts and crafts stuff. I love the idea of having like special travel crayons. There's stuff for boys, there's stuff for girls. There's a lot of like spring and like themed stuff when you go to the dollar store and the Target spots. And of course there's always the popular characters, like Rio right now is really into Spider-Man and dinosaurs, and there's always that stuff. So I found some Spidey and Friends stuff. I found some Jurassic Park stuff, like all the stuff that he's into. I also, this trip, wanted to pack him a snack box because I'm trying really hard right now. I'm fighting the sugar battle. So I don't want there to be like surprise treats, and I also don't want there like to make a big deal out of chocolate and a big deal out of food and a big deal out of candy. Like, I don't want candy to be a prize. I want it to just be regular. So instead of making the food the prize, I decided to make the actual like box, like the way it is served, the prize. So I mixed in candy and sweets and fruit and stuff into the box. So it's kind of all on a same level playing field as far as like the vegetables, the crackers, and like the fruit and candy. The way it's served is like a treat or like a surprise for the car. So that's my idea. Who knows if it works? Like I said, I'm really fighting that sugar battle right now. He's got the sugar bug that he totally got from me. I have my snacks packed. And I just did a whole bunch of snack packing for Rio. Gonna put that in the refrigerator till tomorrow. But now I'm going to focus on activities for him to do in the car. I said this in the video about flying with a toddler, and a lot of the same things apply, but I did a lot of shopping, a lot of going around, looking for just little activities. As far as stuff from home, I have this toy that requires a lot of concentration. So I'm gonna try this out in the car. If seated, you know, kind of like having a job, he's down, concentrated. And then also I'm bringing a couple books that are already ours that we haven't read all the way through, or some of his favorites, and I'm picking the least heavy books also. And then this is from the Dollar Store, also from the Flying with a Toddler video. I think this is super helpful. Stuff like this, like keeping it all contained and in one place. It's really, really, really helpful. I'm gonna be going in his activity bag. And then I think I'm gonna bring this timer. I'm not sure. He's older, so he like knows what a timer is if we set one on our phones or whatever, but he's really accustomed to this noise. So I might bring this, I might not, I haven't decided yet. But maybe like, maybe as it's getting closer to each hour or whenever I feel like it's time, we could set the timer. And when the timer goes off, maybe he'll get like a new surprise or whatever. Do all the shopping that I did, but I ended up buying dinosaur crayons that I think he's gonna really like. Of course, a coloring book to go along with that. That'll be one. Then I got these blocks. I don't know if he's old enough for these yet, but he really loves puzzles. So I'm thinking maybe, like they all just connect. Like maybe he could build something out of it. The magnet tile on the go. My husband made fun of me for this, but I bought him this. I think he's really gonna like it because he's really into like caring for little things, like just bringing them along and whatever. And this one I'm gonna leave in the package so it's like fun to open. This one, however, had a bunch of tape on it, and I already started taking that off so that, yeah, so it's easier to get to in the car. I did the same thing with the crayons. I already took that tape off as well. Right now he's really into sticker books, and I found this sticker book that it's just like dogs and then you add their faces. I think that's so cool. He's gonna love this for sure. And then last but not least, we have a Spidey and Friend sticker pack, crayons and some other stuff. So I'll save maybe some of those for the way back, hopefully some of them for the way there. Kind of the stuff I've like gone out and bought and prepped and whatever. Already in his pack, I already have his headphones that we really only ever use for travel. And then the same thing, he has a leapfrog pad that was given to us that we use in the car sometimes. I don't want him on it the whole time, but I have the headphones for that when we have it. A couple other books that are lightweight. So these are mostly new. Shout out to Karina, great friend, buying us new books at the Scholastic Book Fair. Oh, and I have a book for Noah in here also. So yeah, I'm going to be putting all of that in an activity bag for him, and hopefully we can keep him occupied. But like I said, we have 3 teenagers with us. So there's a lot of hands and mouths and activities, like a lot of people passing time to keep him occupied. So she's the one we should be worried about, honestly. So my number 1 tip for traveling with a toddler, whether it's in the car or in the plane, like I mentioned in my last video, if you view the car ride as a part of the family vacation or a part of the family time, it really helps you be in the right mindset. I don't know about you, but sometimes as a mom, I like to just kind of sit in the car and like be on Pinterest or Instagram and whatever, watch TikToks. And like they're in their car seats, I know they're safe, I know they're back there, like it's fine. And that's a great part of the trip. But if you can adjust your mindset to it being part of your family time, so even though you're in the car, you can still expect to read books and play games and do all those things. Of course, when your toddler's old enough to understand, you can tell them there's like independent playtime, or yeah, put on a movie or whatever if it's a longer car ride. But don't make that the entire 8 to 10 hour ride like we're going to have tomorrow. Make that parts of it, but also have parts where you are mentally prepared to check in with your kid, to be present, like I said, to read those books, to play those games, to sit next to them in the back seat, or to turn around slightly in the front seat, or whatever it is, to be connecting and be a part of them for that family time. When it's just you in a car, it's easy to disengage. It's easy to rest or drive or whatever. But if you're able, if you have another driver, if you have the space, if you can use that time to be a part of the travel time, I think that really helps. Obviously, hands down best tip, leave when the kids are sleeping. So whether you leave later and eventually they're gonna fall asleep, or whether you leave super early and they're gonna fall asleep in their car seats, or you pick them up and put them in, whatever. If you can get hours in on the road during their nap times or during their natural sleeping time, definitely do that. Of course, let them eat headphone wires. That is really helpful. They're really wet. Soggy. Make sure you have your devices charged, download stuff offline, any of that stuff that you have to do. That's pretty much an obvious one, but just a reminder for you to do those things. And of course, talk to your kids. Explain, you don't usually with a toddler want to give too much notice because they go wild, but today we'll start talking about, the day before the trip, we'll start talking about, hey, we're going to do this tomorrow. It's going to be kind of long. We're going to expect you to sit in the chair. We need you to be a big boy. Those are all things that we've been saying to him, preparing him mentally for the trip. Come up with family games. Like we have the game, we call it calzones now. I don't remember what I called it in one of my last videos. Answer to any question is calzones, which is underwear in Spanish. So, like, I'm hungry. What do you want for lunch? Underwear. Or what's your favorite thing to give your teacher? Underwear. I don't know. Like, it's really funny to a toddler, obviously. So playing those road games, spying colors, counting cars. Some of those are easily engageable games where you're not necessarily having to like turn around in the seat and sit next to them, but you're still engaging with the kid. Recently read a medical article. I don't know where it is. I'll see if I can find it and link it, but it's from a credible source, something. But I recently read a medical article that children's muscles and spine and like their structures don't do well in a car seat for longer than 2 hours. And every 2 hours, you should be taking a 15-minute break. That seems crazy to me. Like as I'm planning a trip that is 10 hours, that would literally be stopping 5 times, which probably will happen. I don't know. But I'm mentally preparing myself for that maybe to be the case. but I'm also prepared to drive through if one or more of them is asleep. So we'll see how that goes. I have better snacks for them than just getting candy at the gas stations for this whole trip. So I feel a little more prepared for this trip than normal. So we'll see if road tripping goes as well. I always do this preparation for like flying, but usually not for a road trip. But since we're gonna have other people in the car with us and I don't want them screaming and whining the whole time, and because they're getting older, I tried to give it a little more attention. So we'll see if it works and how it goes.
Look at it right here. Look.
Thanks for catching this video. I hope that you found something helpful. Let me know, did you find anything helpful? Do you have any other tips for super long car rides? Leave them down below. Let's help each other out. Thank you for watching my video as always, and for giving this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and of course a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thanks, bye.